Hey, what's up everybody? Thanks for clicking on the video. This is David Pendleton and I am wrapping up the front 9 of the Pro Division Winter Major. Back 9 will be out tomorrow morning for everybody who is curious. So I'm just beginning to think that maybe Playdemic hates pro players. The wind angles on the front 9 are very challenging. I feel like we say this all the time in the Pro Division though, so I'm not going to complain too much. If you're new to the channel, I still want you to hit that subscribe button and please hit the thumbs up if you find the video helpful. So I left off on hole number 4, so now we're going to go to hole number 5, okay? Hole number 5, here's the deal. You can play this with the Kingmaker. I played it with the Kingslayer. I could not afford to mess up. Like I said, I took a really nasty par on hole number 4 on one account, so I've got to make sure that I do everything that I can to get to the final round for everybody. But you can definitely play this with the Kingmaker. We're getting some bad headwind here, so I said Playdemic is not fond of pro players, I guess. 3 bars of side spin to the left, 4 top, okay? We're going to back our target up, from the plus 16, we're going to back it up here to the plus 5, I believe, yeah, plus 5. And we're going to put our yellow ring right there on the left-hand side of the rough. Now, the thing that we have to be careful for is how much overpower we use. So here you can see I overpower till the bottom of my ball touches the bottom top part of the blue little thing down there. Makes sense? So watch. I pull the ball back, bottom of my ball right there. It's touching the top of the blue at the bottom. See that? Then I move my curl to the left to do half a ball of curl to the left. Hit a great shot to the right. That's okay. It actually probably helped me out because when you hit a great ball, you lose distance on your shot. I could have maybe possibly rolled into the rough with a perfect ball. Probably not, but it would have been close. So be careful there. Maybe reduce your top spin a little bit, okay? If you're playing with the Kingslayer. If you're playing with the Kingmaker, you might want to take a practice shot to get it right because you might need to use a little bit more top spin as you'll have a little bit higher wind. Here we go, shot number 2, very, very close. My suggestion here is that you go ahead and play this one 5% at max. A little bit of top spin through the hole, a little bit of side spin to the right to counter the wind push that we're getting. Here I just barely miss this one to the right-hand side. Wish I could have picked up a drop. I need a couple extra drops to try to get to that final round. So here you see, perfect ball. That's all good. We get very close. Like I said, the speed is awesome. It comes in really nice. We just burned the right edge of the cup. All right. That's going to take us on here to hole number 6. Again with headwind. Now, a couple different approaches here. I'm only going to show one because the second approach is more difficult. But we're just going to go full top spin. Again, here you can go Thor's hammer. You could even go big topper. We're just going to go full top, and we're just going to slam this thing from fairway to fairway. And we're going to take our chances with shot number 2. There is probably a better way to drop this hole. Oh, there definitely is a better way to drop this hole. If you've had pro success, you're going to have Kingslayers, okay? Kingslayer is going to give you 1 extra bar of side spin to the right. So what I would do if I was a Kingslayer player, I'm going to pause right here. I'm going to go just like this. I'm going to go right here. I would set up with my target right here, okay? And then I would go full top, full right, all 4 bars are right, and I'm trying to get the ball to land right here. This is how we always play this shot in pro unless we have send it wind, okay? If you are somebody that has even better balls, like if you have a power 4 or power 5 ball that also gives you at least side spin 3, you can also pull that shot off as well, but you're going to need good wind resistance to help you out too. Anyways, that's what I would do, but I didn't play with the Kingslayer just because I try to make everything, most of the stuff that I do, I try to make sure that everybody can do it, okay? Hole number 5, I just couldn't afford to mess up the drive. All right, here we go. Now, second shot, we're going to play 15% at max. If you're really good with slider, this shot with this drive, this is probably like, I don't know, probably somewhere between like 65 and 75% slider. I just played at 15%. what you saw in the graphic there. 15% at mid is what I played it. I put max on accident. 15% mid is what we should play it. Sorry about that. But anyways, the thing that stinks about going this way, and this is why we hate going this way, is the landing spot is super inconsistent. You get weird bounces. You get a weird ball guideline when you're trying to set your shot up. I don't make this shot. It does come close enough, though, for you to make some small tweaks to try to get this ball into the hole. Again, if you're really good with slider, I don't go into slider. But you can see here, very close. Speed is good. Just burn the left-hand side. All right. Another very, very difficult hole here on hole number 7. We have to play hole number 7. Well, there are multiple ways you could play it, I guess. If you're somebody who wants to try to go here, you're going to have a rough bump option. Now, the only difficult thing about the rough bump is if you misadjust, you're for sure landing in the sand, okay? So that's not any fun. If you have lower level grizzlies and you're trying to do my shot, you're going to have a difficult time as well because a grizzly 9 here has more power, I believe. So I don't have to worry about pushing back up any rings, which is something I really never talk about too often. But you can see here, I'm at max distance with my grizzly 9 already. Putting my blue ring at the rough, and you can see the ball guideline there, I pull 30% max. What's going to happen if you're a lower level grizzly player is you see my second bounce right there before the fringe. You're not going to have that. Your second bounce is probably going to show in the rough. So you would have to check your rings of overpower. So what you would do is you would push up your target to make it look like mine, and then you would see how many rings of overpower you're in. Whenever you adjust your shot, you would then have to go back in and push your rings back up that amount. Super technical. Again, nothing I ever really get into too much in Pro Division every once in a while. But, you know, I don't have a lower level grizzly to show you what I mean. So this shot is going to be difficult. Maybe I'm missing something. I think most people are probably going to try to play that rough bump. I would definitely go with your best wind resistance ball, whether that's a Kingmaker or a Kingslayer or Money Ball. That rough bump is going to be the way to play it. It's just going to be difficult for most people to pull off. So I just showed an easy birdie way, and maybe you'll get lucky and pick up a hole-in-one. Hole number 8, here we go. Move our camera around. More headwind to pull into. I mean, it's getting a little comical. We are going to go with 6 top, 2 bars of side spin to the left. You notice I have 7 top on here right now. I will reduce this down to 6. There it is. 6 top, 2 left. Take note of where I'm aiming at. I got on the plus 20 yard mark with my yellow ring almost on the rough line, not quite. Second bounce above the sand, ball guideline going into the middle of the rock. That's what we're looking for. You know, we're just going to use left curl to make sure that we don't go into that rock. And we do have to go with some overpower here as well. Quite a bit of OP. Again, I use my overpower until almost the bottom of my ball touches the bottom part of the blue adjustment. Here you see, we come in nicely. We make it onto the fringe, and we are chipping in for our eagle there. Hole number 9, I'm going to show you a couple different ways to play it. The best way to play it is with the Berserker. I hate using this many Berserkers, but I mean, the game is really forcing us to right now, unless we want to be technical with our shots, which I will show you in a second. But here, full top, 2 right, 10%. At max. I didn't put the graphic up, but it is 10% at max. Again, I went with quite a bit of OP. I'm just trying to slam this ball as far up the fairway as possible. I do pretty good when it comes to hitting perfect shots with a lot of OP. Just know yourself. You don't have to get maximum distance on this drive. So if you want to play it safer with the Berserker, you can definitely do that. Now this is shot number 2. Shot number 2, I also played 10% at max. I just don't have the graphic up here. Super tired. It's been a long day. But you can notice here I'm going heavy with the backspin. leaving my ball guide line a little bit short of the hole. The shot doesn't even come close, but it is a safe eagle. All right, very easy here. If you don't want to waste a berserker, I definitely don't blame you. I will show you a shot here with a Titan as well. I do recommend the Titan since we are getting tailwind on the drive. That's going to give us our maximum yards. But you see here, shot not even close. But here is what shot number 2 looks like with a Titan. You can see here that I did get less yards on the drive. Of course I did because it's a power 3 ball. You're going to notice that I have to push up into OP in order to get my shot to get to where I need it to go. I'm just kind of messing with the top spin. That looks like a perfect amount of top spin. 1 top, 2 bars of side spin to the right. Here I make my adjustment, and then, well, I guess I do something that I say I never show on pro, but here I am. I'm pushing back up to my rings of overpower that I need. I'm going with max overpower and a little bit of curl to the right. You can see there I push up the perfect amount, and I get the ball coming very nicely, land on the fringe to chip in for the Eagles. So kind of funny that I said I don't ever really talk about the pushing up, but I did right there. And then you can see our opponent's using a Kingmaker, and he was in the exact same situation. That's it for the front 9. You can catch a back 9 tomorrow morning. I'll talk to you all later. Thanks.